Guys, the day has come that I hoped would be not anytime soon. It sucks. My lens off here. But bad news, the old critter getter has kicked the bucket. Let's hop in the truck and I'll kind of go over with y'all what's happened, and I gotta share with y'all what I'm running through my mind and what my game plan is. So, see if the camera's working right here. Yeah. All right, so it's been 2 weeks now, but I was driving to work. Everything was going fine. The truck hadn't given me any problems recently, and the problems before that was just some front end stuff, and that was replaced. So mechanical wise, the truck has not given me any problems. So I was driving to work. This was a routine driver. I mean, when the truck broke down, I hadn't drove my car in like 3 weeks, I think. So it was the daily driver at that point. So drove to work fine, went to get in the truck for lunch, cranked it up really quickly. It just started running rough. I mean, really rough. I mean, the whole truck was shaking, and didn't know what was going on. Turned it off, cranked it back up, same thing, running really, really rough. Turned it back off, let it sit for a few minutes because I didn't know what was going on. Tried to crank it back up again, and all that it would do was like, it would try to crank, but you could tell it was in a crazy bind. I mean, it was in a bind. And I know what a dead battery sounds like. I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't getting a click, or it wasn't trying at all. It was trying to crank, but wouldn't. So, like I said, I was on the job. My foreman, he was there. He came over and looked at it, and he said it sounded like the motor was seized up. But he said, go ahead and fully charge the batteries just to make sure it's not a battery issue. We charged the batteries. It did crank up, but it was running terrible. Crankcase vent, ton of smoke coming out of it. It was just bad. So ended up having to have it towed, and towed it to a reputable diesel shop. Like, they build diesel trucks for like racing and stuff. So reputable shop. It was with them. I guess it was a week before they called me back, and I don't know if I took pictures of the description or not, but, and this part is not a throw down on them or trashing the shop or anything. I'm just gonna tell you what they told me, but pretty much they had dug into it. Let me back up. So the second day they had it, they called me and said, we need to authorize us to dig into this because it's going to be an internal engine issue, and we need you to give us the okay to dig in deeper to this. And for us to do what we need to do is going to be like 800 something bucks. Pretty much it was over 850, pushing 900. So pretty much 900 bucks for them to dig deeper into this. And I gave them the okay because, like, we're in a new area up here. What other option do I have? And I'm not a mechanic. So told them that they could, and they scoped the thing. They did an initial breakdown, but apparently they didn't go as deep as they could have. and they got back in touch with me, told me that they had seen some, when they scoped it, that they saw some melting on one of the pistons, I think is what they said. But they said the motor was indeed locked up, but they couldn't tell anymore. And they said pretty much it would be a waste of money for them to dig into the motor more and find an exact cause. Their recommendation would be just to replace the motor at this point. I'm gonna get out and walk around with y'all and be showing y'all the truck while I'm talking. So their recommendation was to go ahead and, if I wanted to, okay them to order a new motor to put in the truck. So they did not find an issue. Now, the crazy thing is about 2 weeks before this, I had just taken this to another shop locally and told them I wanted them to go through the truck and see if there was anything that needed to be done to it at all, so I could go ahead and get ahead of it, because I love this truck. This is, I just love this truck. Is it perfect? No. I mean, you got some paint issues here. You know, you got little dents, but this is a 1999 truck. Okay, this thing has got some years on it. It's got some paint missing back here. So, I mean, it's not a perfect truck, but it's my truck. Okay. The body has like 491,000 miles on it. And it's just been a good truck. I mean, it's my truck. So I had planned on having this thing for forever. So when I took it to that shop and told them that I wanted them to go through it and see if they could find anything, they said everything was fine. And this isn't a knock against that shop either. If it was an internal engine failure of some sort, I don't guess there's any way for them to know that it was about to happen. And again, we still don't know exactly what happened. But I had this in the shop just a couple of weeks beforehand, making sure that this thing was in good running order and that I wanted to get ahead of any red flags that they possibly saw. But they didn't see anything, except he told me you do have a small oil leak. And he told me where, and I knew about it. But he said it's so insignificant. And with a truck like this, he said it's just expected. And he said I wouldn't pay to have the work done. He said that it's insignificant. So that was the first shop that I'd taken it 2 weeks ago. So jump back forward to where the truck is broke down, and they're recommending me get a new motor. They quoted me for a new motor. Give y'all a few seconds to guess. New motor installation. That's what it said. I'm going to try and put up a screenshot of what they told me, because I think I still have it. I'll throw up some more pictures of the truck and stuff. Y'all can probably see where this is going. So, y'all guess what this diesel shop, again, this is a high performance diesel shop. They build racing diesel trucks. So, they do this kind of stuff. So, any guesses on what they quoted me to build, or not even to build, to put in a new motor for this truck? Give me some guesses. Do a little countdown. 3, 2, 1. $20,000 plus. $20,000 plus to fix my truck. And that was their recommendation. Said it would be a waste of money for them to dig deeper, and they were charging me $100 an hour shop time to dig deeper. So I couldn't do that, and I was like, there's no way I'm putting $20,000 into this truck. I didn't even pay $20,000 for this truck, even though I overpaid for this truck, because I bought this truck in, I think, 2020, 2021. It was right in the heat of COVID. Used vehicles were going crazy. Heavy duty trucks with low miles was a ridiculous amount of money. Diesel was $5 a gallon when I bought this truck. So I've already got a ton of money in this truck. Like I said, the front end had some work done to it. So putting $20,000 into it doesn't make sense. I don't have $20,000 to put into it. So what are my other options? I'm asking myself. I said, let me call and get a second opinion from another diesel shop. Call this guy. And again, all these shops are super friendly. I'm not knocking anybody. I called the second shop, and he says, without seeing the truck, having VIN number, without really looking at the issues, just for us to buy a motor and put it in there, he said you're looking from anywhere from $10,500 to $15,000. Still, I can't do that. I can't justify it, and I don't have that to put into this truck. When the thought of a motor started being talked about, I was thinking $7,000 is about what I was thinking. Nowhere in my mind was 20, even closer, even 15. But the second shop did say that if I found a used motor somewhere and sent it to him, that he would put it in and he would just charge me the shop fee of, and that shop also charges $100 an hour for labor, and then plus whatever came up. So, but it wouldn't have a warranty. That obviously that motor wouldn't have a warranty of any sort. He couldn't guarantee it. So best case scenario, from what I can tell, best case scenario is I buy a used motor on Facebook Marketplace, and that's going to be around $2,500 maybe if it's super used, and it's going to have high miles on it. I'm not going to know nothing about it. I'm not going to know none of the history behind it. No warranty at all. So $2,500 is the cheapest that I was seeing, and it was high mileage motor on Facebook Marketplace. So anywhere from $2,500, I would say, to $3,500, $4,000 for a used motor, plus $2,000 in labor, because he quoted me 20 hours to for the shop to put it in. So $2,000 that they would charge me, and that's not talking about fluids. That's not talking about anything extra that they ran into, because we still don't know what the problem was. That's just what the shop told me. So my best case scenario is, let's just round everything off to an even number, I guess. $3,000 to $4,000 for a motor, $2,000 in labor, plus fluids and stuff. So you're around between $6,000 and $7,000 to get this truck rolling again. And again, that's not even with a motor that has a warranty. I could spend that money and that motor be a flop, and then I'll still be back in the same situation, and I'll be out that cash. So I'm kind of torn on what to do. My really only logical solution to this is to sell the truck as is, not running or anything like that, which really sucks. Like I said, I love this truck. This is the truck that we started our business in. This is the truck that I started trapping in. I love this truck. So, and I mean, we did talk about spending the $7,000 to get it running. That part's a possibility. We could do that. But I'm not sure if that's the best use of resources, since it's not a guarantee. For me to have somewhat of a guarantee and warranty, you're looking at that $10,500 to $15,000 that guy was talking about, where he supplies the motor that has a warranty on it. And that part isn't really doable. So here I am asking what y'all think I should do. The truck means a lot to me, but I'm not sure if it makes sense at this point to keep it. I have not had a vehicle payment since I was 26 or 27. 26 or 27. So 8 years. I haven't had a vehicle payment in 8 years. I'm not going out to buy a truck with a vehicle payment. So I'm going to be driving Old Blue up there until it falls apart, and then I'll go from there. So it's not like the choice is keep this old truck versus getting a new truck. If I don't keep this truck, I'm not going to have a truck. And I've done that before. So that's not a big deal. But I do love this truck, and it's going to be hard for me to say goodbye to it. But if it's what I have to do, it's what I have to do. But for a 1999 with pretty much 500,000 miles on it, look at this thing. No crack dash, no spots in the headliner here. I feel like there was, there it is. Okay, so you got one spot. Don't know what that's about. So one spot right there, no rips in the seats. Everything is good to go. 5-speed transmission, 4-wheel drive, that all works. Just, it sucks, guys. It sucks. So I'm going to keep the video here. I'm not sure what all options I have, and the options I do have are not the best for me at this moment. So I'm probably going to be posting it up for sale. I've talked to a couple of guys up here, and I'm in North Georgia now, South Tennessee. There are so many second gens up here. It is crazy. I thought second gens in Alabama was a thing. There's a ton up here, a ton. A very popular truck up here, and there's some good looking trucks. Very clean, good looking trucks up here. So I talked to some guys about what they thought I could get for this. As is, not running. The price I had in my head, ignorant guess, ignorant estimate, I guess, but $5,000 is what I thought. The people that I've talked to up here said that I could most likely ask for more because these trucks are so sought after up here. And my thought behind the $5,000, they were saying to ask $7,000, but I don't want this thing to sit here and deteriorate. This is a good looking truck, and I want somebody that's going to enjoy it and take care of it. Wish it was me. But my thoughts behind asking $5,000, if it does take 6 to 7 to fix it, $5,000 to buy it, then 6 to 7 to get it running. Now, somebody else that's a mechanic, they may be more inclined to get one of the used cheap motors, right? So you may be in it 5, and if you do the work yourself, you'll just be in it 3 or 4, I guess. So my thought is, buy the truck for 5. You put 5 into it for easy math. You're at $10,000 for a solid running, heavy duty, classic truck, 5-speed transmission. That sounds like a good deal to me. But let me know what y'all think. I'll throw up some pictures here. Maybe I'll put them up while I'm on this little rant so y'all can see some pictures I've taken with this truck over the years. Yeah, sucks, guys. Really sucks. All right, we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all be good.